Hello everyone, and welcome to Etellan. It's time for the first revamp of the year. To recap the series so far, I've been collecting old, original designed Monster High dolls and giving them a customized revamp in my own style for a unique collector's piece. So far, we have Frankie, Draculaura, Claudine, Cleo, and Abby. For today's revamp, it's GHOULIA. Before we get started, are you subscribed to the channel yet? Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, like the video if you like it, and comment. I love reading all of your comments. With that all being said, let's get into the video. Ooh, the prized GHOULIA. This doll makes me feel like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Months of constantly checking listings and constantly missing out on this doll. I finally have it. But at what cost? I paid way too much money for this doll. Oh my goodness. Are you ready? $75. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe I spent so much money on a second-hand doll, but she's so rare. But thankfully, we have a sponsor, NordVPN, but more about that later on in the video. This doll doesn't look like it's been played with much. The seller didn't specify that it was a display doll, so if she wasn't, she's in amazing condition. I just love the dark on light blue contrast. The clothes are perfect. The shoes do need some TLC though. And she didn't come with basically any of her accessories, which sucks, but that's okay. Overall, she's an amazing doll, and in such great condition that I feel as if it would be a shame to strip her. I think for this doll, I'm gonna have to do the same thing that I did for Abby and for Cleo. That is, getting the doll of the same character, but a doll that is in need of TLC, and transferring those clothes and accessories onto that doll. Thankfully, I already have a second-hand GHOULIA in my stock box. My doll hoarding is finally paying off. Let's get this doll ready for customizing. First things first, to remove the hair, I want this doll to have a completely clean slate. For this, I'll be removing the hair by chopping it off, then placing the head in hot water to soften the vinyl for removal. Later, removing the hair plugs by making an incision in the back of the scalp, as well as removing the face with 100% acetone. As with all of my other revamps, I like to customize the facial design as well as the hair. I do get asked quite a lot why I don't revamp the clothes, and in all honesty, it never occurred to me when I was first starting this series, and I feel as if it would be quite inconsistent in the videos if I just start doing it now. Perhaps another franchise I could. As I said before, this doll didn't come with the accessories, which unfortunately means GHOULIA's iconic glasses are missing, so AliExpress it was. So silly me didn't read the listing right. I somehow, while trying to order one pair of glasses, ordered 16 pairs. I guess I won't be running out of glasses anytime soon, am I right? You know what? Let's make custom glasses. Grabbing a brand new blade for my X-Acto knife, I'm going to be using the original glasses as the base, but will be whittling them away to create a new design. You have to be so careful when doing this. Just let the blade do the work. As well as using a knife, I'll also be using my Dremel to sand away and smooth the plastic. I slowly sanded away the wings off the edges of the glasses as well, as it opened the lenses up even more. I didn't even really like the wing design personally. I think it makes it look a little bit too dated. so I made some lovely rounded ones for more of a contemporary style. I could stop here with the glasses and just use these ones, but I wanted to experiment a little. It's not every day you get to play with tiny glasses. Grabbing some 2 parts silicone putty mixture, I'm going to be making a mould of the glasses. Grabbing equal parts from each tub, I'm going to be mixing them together thoroughly. Using this putty as opposed to liquid silicone was great for this project. Normally you have to create a cast for the silicone to sit in while it's in its liquid state, removing that cast afterwards when it becomes solid. For this, I just slap it on the back of a Tupperware lid and it's good to go. I'll leave it for about 5 minutes to harden. That should be enough. Let's check. Yep, it's solid. Gently pulling away the glasses and amazing, a perfect cast. For this project, I'm going to be using UV resin. I'm going to be just using the plain clear mixture. I cast about 3 sets of these glasses. On the 3rd try, thankfully I was able to get them perfect. After cleaning up the moulds and fixing any bubble holes, I finally assembled the glasses together with some super glue. And with that, the glasses are done. So, let's get into creating GHOULIA's new style. For this, I gave the head a spray with the Mr. Super Clear Matte Varnish and will be using watercolour pencils. Looking at the original design of GHOULIA, she's such a unique and colourful character. Her clothes are layered with various different patterns and designs, and they all just seem to work really well together, despite just being so different. It immediately struck me that the mishmash design of patterns and layers make her look like someone who would be on the front cover of Fruits magazine in the 2000s. Fruits magazine is a Japanese street fashion publication that documented the fashion subcultures from 1997 to 2017. It serves as an amazing time capsule, documenting the ways people have experimented and expressed themselves through fashion. GHOULIA's design specifically is just so fantastically unique. She has such dark, gothic-like makeup with a cherry crop top, and it matches. I love it, it's great. For GHOULIA's Faceup, I wanted to make sure I was in keeping with that gothic-like element to her Faceup by attempting to give her some super thick cat eye wings with really dark eyeshadow. The biggest issue though is the fact that GHOULIA wears glasses. I need to be really conscious when I'm making this, as I could be spending ages on details that will be eventually just covered up by the glasses. I have to make sure that you can see the face up through the glasses, if that makes sense. as well as using watercolour pencils. I'll go in with some model paint to deepen the line work of the face. For the eyeliner, I use Scale 75's Grey. This paint is super pigmented and has such a matte finish. Adding that to the eyeliner will make it look so amazing. For everything else, I just use Vallejo colours. After everything, I gave this girl a finishing spray of Mr. Super Clear Sealant to seal everything together, and with that we can move on to the hair. Before we get started on the hair, it's ad break time. NordVPN is a virtual private network that secures your online data, hides your IP and virtual location. NordVPN gives you peace of mind that your data and information is safe from third parties while online. Be it data farmers or hackers looking to get your bank details or personal information, NordVPN ensures your information is yours. As well as keeping you safe online, NordVPN also provides you with the ability to access region-locked content from servers all over the world. For instance, Australian Netflix's region locking means we don't get Demon Slayer. All I have to do though is hop over to NordVPN, set my location to the United States, and look at that, I now have Demon Slayer. NordVPN is offering viewers of the channel a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. To get this discount, make sure to head to my exclusive link to find out more. Link, of course, will be in the description box below. Thank you so much again, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video and supporting smaller creators like myself. With that all being said, let's get back into the video. For the hair, I'm going to be going with acrylic yarn, which is basically all I do nowadays. For this, I chose a medium blue, a light blue, and a white, in 100% acrylic. Because GHOULIA has such a dark face up, I thought it would be such an awesome contrast to have lighter colours in the hair. As I'm trying to achieve that Fruits magazine style for this GHOULIA revamp, I knew I wanted to lean into more of an alternative hairstyle. Normally when I'm planning out hairstyles, I like to be quite rigid with my colour placement and having a plan the entire time. To have more of an organic look to the colours, I wanted to be quite sporadic with my placement. Let's first section the hair to create the fringe. For me personally, I always find cutting and styling the fringe first always puts me at ease. If I stuff up with the cutting or styling of the fringe, I can easily remove it without having to damage any of the other layers of the hair. All I have to do is remove it, start again, no harm, no foul. Ah, if only real life could be like that. So, the original hairstyle was going to be short, choppy, wild, with 2 long pigtails coming from underneath. I've come to find that this hairstyle is quite popular amongst people online, and thought I would give it a go for GHOULIA. She seems like a very alternative person. I did, however, vastly underestimate how to achieve this look on doll hair. I think with the hair like this, it's meant to be layered, getting shorter and shorter with the layers as you go on, until it gives off that wolf cut look. I was a little bit silly. I just grabbed the hair and chopped it all off, except for the hair on the nape. No matter how much I layered, razored, styled, I realised there was no turning back from that hair. It was either make it work or try again. So I tried again. The placement this time looks so much like waves at the beach, don't you think? Now I've got the hair all attached anew, I can now go in with that layering. I decided to keep the hair quite long but choppy for that Gasai style. Does anyone remember that anime? It's from a very long time ago. GHOULIA seems to always be on the computer, so of course she needs to have a proper headset. I was able to whip up this doll-sized headset in ZBrush, using files from CG Trader. How cringe did my 3D prints turn out? Oh my gosh, I forgot to turn down the nozzle on my 3D printer, so now my print is a hairy mess. While I did add the cat ears to the headset, I did end up using the headset without them in the final design. I didn't feel as if it gave off GHOULIA's vibe. You know what I mean? It's more of a Draculaura thing in my opinion. So, devastatingly, I spent half a day sanding and painting these headphones only to realize that my camera didn't record any of it. I was so upset. But in the end, these things happen. Nonetheless, after painting up the model, we now have froggy headphones. You can't have green headphones without adding a frog. It's blasphemy. For some added accessories, I created some small clips that will adorn GHOULIA's hair. If you'd like to learn more in depth on how I made these, make sure to check out the GHOULIA to Goth video. As well as the little clips, I also added in some GHOULIA styled charms onto the head. These are just polymer clay pieces that I bought off eBay, I think. They're a nice little way of adding a bit of decoration. Something I decided not to add into the video was the creation of the netted gloves. I whipped up these really rough gloves from some tights I had in my stock box. They are very rough. Oh my goodness, I don't want the camera to zoom in as much into these because they do look quite bad. I'll definitely have to try again in the future. With GHOULIA finally assembled, it's time to get those photos.
Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's been too long, but I heard from someone that you're back in town, and if it's not too late, I can bring chocolate, and maybe if you want them, some roses too, 'cause it's been a long year, but maybe you missed me. I think you might remember the words of that tune. So here's my love letter, entrusted to the weather. We'll ride across the waves and float through the clouds, and when it's delivered, do what you want with it. You can't send it back or keep it around. I never stopped dreaming about the sound of the song playing in the background when the last night was finally spent. I was left.
Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of GHOULIA's revamp in the comments down below, and which Monster High character you want to see revamped next. Are you subscribed to the channel? Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. I would truly appreciate it so much. Make sure to check out all the installments of the series so far. We have Frankie, Draculaura, Claudine, Cleo, and Abby. A huge thank you to NordVPN for sponsoring the video, as well as my patrons over on Patreon. Your support allows me to keep making these videos, so it's truly, I'm so grateful for your support. With that all being said, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.